Hello, my name is Ivan Ishijimakamp, and I am here to present about the destruction of the Amazon rainforest. So, starting off, did you know that 30%, that in 30 years the Amazon rainforest has already lost 18% of its total coverage? I have brought this graph to indicate this fact that shows that just in 1995 the Amazon rainforest lost already 11,000 square miles worth of its territory. And just to get a comparison, that's the entire state of Massachusetts. In this speech, I will begin by talking about the various reasons and justifications people have to remove the trees from the forest. I will then proceed to talk about the various negative impacts that this will bring. And then I will talk about the various actions we as citizens or the government can take to help the protection of the forest. So considering the various reasons people have for the deforestation, there are basically three main ones. The two largest ones are cattle ranching and agriculture, basically. Because the land is located in a plain, it is perfect for the plantation of soy and also taking care of livestock. And there is also the logging activity because the Amazon rainforest is known to have very good quality wood. So, considering the various negative impacts that this can bring, it can obviously cause the extinction of many animals and plants, and this will cause a drastic imbalance in the ecosystem. If this happens, this might not even be recoverable in the upcoming years. There is also the CO2 emission rate that in the recent years has increased drastically, as this graph indicates. The Amazon rainforest, by doing photosynthesis, it takes the carbon dioxide from the air and transforms it into oxygen. So thus it helps regulate the thickness of the ozone layer. By doing that, it basically regulates the temperature of the planet. It makes the temperature stable. If there is too much CO2 in the air, the layer will thicken and basically will make the action of the solar rays going back into space a lot harder, and thus will make the temperature of the planet rise and maybe even melt glaciers and increase the sea levels. So, considering the various actions we as citizens can take, we can either donate money or do voluntary work to organizations such as these, or just spread the message across social media or any way as you can. But most of the responsibility resides in the government's hands, for they are responsible for the environmental code. The Brazilian environmental code, for example, says that 80% of the Amazon rainforest should be protected. But the only problem is that it isn't really executed. So if many people go there, cut down trees, and they're not really penalized or they suffer any consequences. So, concluding, it is obvious that we drastically need to help the protection of this national monument so that we can avoid images such as these. And in this speech, I've begun talking about the various reasons and justifications people have to the deforestation. I have talked about the various negative impacts that this can bring, and I have also talked about the various actions we as citizens or the government can take. So the message I'm trying to send out is that I have a dream. I have a dream that someday in the future, humanity will be able to proudly say that we have solved deforestation. We have successfully protected our nation's, the world's environment, so that we can guarantee to future generations a better world, so that they have the same opportunities we had, and that we can even possibly develop into an ecological utopia.